Yo, 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 let's get everything going, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat box, man. Salute to the first ones. Boomer, shout out to you, man. Let's get this thing going. Hey, I'm seeing that you guys putting out there that T Will and got caught up with the public intoxication stuff like that. Hey, I don't know. I don't know whether or not that's facts. I don't know whether or not that's the truth. But the thing is, what the Cowboys Nation need to do, hey, we just still need to stay focused. The thing is that everybody have to be on the track, ready to get things going, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, whatever anybody doing off the field, things like that, we would never know until I hear anything else. I'm not gonna really speak on it. But as far as him being in the league for over 3 years, you would know that hey, he should think to know that at the end of this situation, where we got all these drafted wide receivers to come into the fray, he already have a broke foot. If that's the truth, if that's the scenario, if he got hit with the DUI, the calling card already been on him. So it doesn't look well for T. Will. But what the Cowboys need to do this offseason, we really need to focus on getting everybody up to par with the playbook. We need to get everybody up to par with the reality that we have not won the Super Bowl in so many years. You see that been posted behind me? Those 5 Super Bowl rings. In order for us to get there, we have to change some things around. It may not be the truth. It may not be the truth of the reality of how we can get there, but we really need to figure out a way to get things turned around. T. Will is done. This is from Ruben. This is Ruben Cowboy. He said it's the truth, Law. He actually got hit with the public intoxication. I mean, I don't know whether or not that falls under I guess the NFL ruling of whether or not he get hit with a suspension or something like that. I do know that you got to be pretty much in the drug abuse program, or whatever, the drug program or what have you. So I don't know whether or not the NFL is going. It might just say, okay, you get 1 game, or you may not get no games or fine. I don't know if the NFL fine players on that of getting arrested. I do notice the Dallas Cowboys. I do understand what happened with Ezekiel Elliott. I do understand what happened with Randy Gregory, but that's different. Those are pretty much Randy Gregory. He didn't pass the drug, what have you. He got suspended for drugs. This is a pretty much a misdemeanor, whatever it may be. Not trying to paint a brush or trying to give him a pass or what have you, but it is what it is. That is the article on. Yeah, so hey, it is what it is. So was he gonna play anyway? I don't know. You know, you have Malik. I mean, I keep on saying Malik Gallup, Mike Gallup. You got Michael Gallup. Actually, is his name. You got Michael Gallup, and then you also have the Noah Brown, the Lance Lenore. People sleeping on Lance Lenore. You have the Cedric Wilson. You got so many people, the Cole Beasley, the Deontay Thompson, and the Allen Hearns. There's so many wide receivers that's on the fray right now that's trying to compete. Now, granted, the guy already broke his foot, T. Will. He was going to be expected to go on the IR, injury IR. I don't think he was going to play week 1. Not saying that you go out and drink and you get a DUI, or you get a public intoxication, or you go out and get into fights and bars. I'm not saying you go out and do that. But the thing is, too, as well, is that what is he gonna do anyway? You know, it's just bad. It's a bad sore eye on his look, on his view. But hey, in order for us to get those rings behind me, they have to stay focused. They have to stay sharp. They have to do something beyond worrying about a Terrence Williams, or worrying about a guy that's like 6 or 7 on the depth chart. They have to figure out the dogs, the true leaders of this team. I'm talking about the Ezekiel Elliott's, the Dak Prescott's, the D-Law, the pretty much David Irvin. I'm so glad and proudful and thankful that David Irvin's situation with the old lady has gone under the rug now. I think that the NFL should fall back on that. The NFL is so entitled I don't want to say the word entitled, but the NFL is so media pushy. You know, they tend to fall in love with what the media try to bring. And if they try to bring in this about the Cowboys with, hey, this guy got public intoxication, who is Terrence Williams at this point? Uh, Not want, this is from Eric, man. I might as well turn this thing into like a Q&A session, right? Not what I want to hear, but at least he's not driving. Hopefully, there's nothing happened to him. Yeah, Eric Hagen, I meant to say. Uh, he drove into a light pole. Oh wow! So when you drinking and driving, or you haven't had a few drinks in you, and you hit a infrastructure, 9 times out of 10 that's a felony. If somebody was hurt in the process. So this can be a big ramification, and his brother needs some help out there as far as his drinking problem, because you got the Ubers of the world, you have taxis, people that you can call, you even have a 1-800 NFL number that you can call when you have a little libation, and they can come out and they can pick you up wherever you may be, no question asked. So to me personally, hey, it's just a sad day, man. I'm gonna have to reach out to the young guy. I'm gonna have to reach out to him, let him know that, hey, it happened to us all. It happened to most of us. It's just the fact that you actually hit something and you were doing something that you was not supposed to be doing, and that's drinking and getting behind the wheel. Now, hopefully, some people are saying that it was just a public intoxication. Hopefully, that's the case, and the scenario will be the fact that it could be considered maybe a misdemeanor or something like that. But if you hit something and you driving behind the wheel, then see, that's not the message that I wanted to get out today, man. He drive a Lamborghini. And remember I was saying on the other live stream, just because you got a Lamborghini, just because you got a Ferrari, right, doesn't mean that you're supposed to be able to, know how to drive it. It takes a process to learn how to do that. We need to cut T-Wheel. This is from about Let Brown, Gallup, Wilson, and Cannon. KD, I forgot about KD Cannon. Shout out to KD Cannon. And shout out to Carolina Cowboy. Look, I know you're going to be at that game, Carolina. Let me know if you're going to be at that first week or the first game of the year. Let me know, Carolina Cowboy. Let me know if you're going to be at that game. I might as well. See, this show been so much derailed with this T-Wheel news, and you guys putting it out there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and change the title of this video. Damn T-Wheel. I might as well change the title to Damn T-Wheel. Man, T-Will, how in the world are you going to have this happen to you? In 24 years of Cowboys won 5 in 24 years since now. None. Pretty much you're saying in 24 years we won nothing, basically. Because this is from Nathan. Let me go ahead and put Q&A under the title so you guys can hear me respond to you guys' questions that's in this chat box, man. I'm gonna put Q&A as the title because this is crazy. This is crazy. I changed the title to Q&A because this is kind of crazy. And matter of fact, I will be pretty much right back. I'm gonna let the backdrop music hit, and I'm gonna read up some details of myself, so I can be speaking from facts and not from just my opinions of the matter, or not from just from you guys' thoughts. I trust what you guys say, but I'm always with the aspect or the mind of reality of trust but verify. So I'm gonna verify this stuff, so I'm gonna kick it back in a few seconds. Man, this breaking news stuff, man. And remember, I do not like to do breaking news. I don't like to do that. No, that's not me. That's not my flavor. It's not my style. Let's do this right here. Yo, I'm back, man. Talking about craziness, right? Let me turn this thing down, man, a little bit, man. Thank everybody for being still in the house, man. Oh, man, it's crazy stuff, man. Crazy news, man. And I root for T. Will, man, for other reasons that you guys probably don't know of. But, man, the brother, man, this is crazy news altogether, man. The brother need to really understand that when you in a car like that, Lambo, you hit an infrastructure, you hit something, you got to stay. You can't just be sitting back saying, okay, all right, I'm in a horrible situation, let me just peel out. No, you have to stay in situations like this, get the police report, let them know that, hey, I lost control of the wheel. Man, it's good to be honest at this point. Now, maybe he got money that we don't know of because he did sign a $19 million contract. I don't know how much of that contract is guaranteed. I don't know how much of the money that he have left over from after buying his house, after buying the Lambo. But it is crazy. It's medieval crazy because now he in a situation where half of the fan base already decided to put the nail in the coffin on him. They already decided to say that this guy's worthless. This guy's nothing, And then his tape already shows that he does allow the ball to hit his body. He's a good route runner in a sense. He got good, decent speed out there. But the problem is with T. Will is the fact that, man, shoot, he's a certain type of receiver that sometimes his skill of play or his style of play gets in the way. Man, broke foot plus public. It says, this is my guy from Jay Kelly. Broke foot plus public intoxication, leaving the scene of an accident. Michael Gallup equals bye-bye T. Will. Now, this is for maturity aspect too as well. For one, all of the other teams, the 31 other teams out there in the National Football League, when you play for the Cowboys, you really don't get a second chance after that. Normally, unless it's the Washington Redskins or unless it's the Jacksonville Jaguars, maybe the Giants, and they're just maybe the Giants. This is not a good look, man. You got Uber, you got taxi cabs, you got Tyrones out there to give you a ride. You got a Joe Blow down the street that say I can get you to point A to point B. You got the 1-800 NFL. I'm drunk that you can call. So this is not a good look for T. Will. This is not a good look for him at all. But it's a good opportunity for everybody else that play wide receiver. Lance Lenore is like, okay, my brother. Sad for that to happen to you. But now they push him up on the depth chart. Noah Brown saying to himself, hey, now that pushes me up on his depth chart. KD Canning, hey, opportunities now for me. But at the end of on the other end of it should be the fact that now you got the other guys sitting there watching and saying to themselves, okay, I don't want to be like T. Will. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and call this Uber. I'm gonna go ahead and not and just wait until I sober up. Basically, it's crazy, man. Steven Johnson. How would T. Will look in the slot? I mean, they did put him in the slot several times. T. Will, and in your slot guy. The thing is, you don't want to substitute T. Will in the slot and take Cole Beasley off the field. You don't want to substitute T. Will in the slot and take Tavon Austin off the field. You see what I'm saying? So how would he look in the slot? I mean, he's a flanker. He's a Z guy. So normally the Z dude kicks into the slot. Normally they line up in and out. So it's crazy for that. So what we need to know to happen here is that and guys out there who's drinking. And those who out there having a good time. Nobody expect to get drunk and hit something. I understand that. But those who out there who's drinking, just think about the T. Will situation. Instead of a light pole, it could have been a person. So just think about that. Just have that into your mental. And it's a blessing for him to hit a light pole opposed to a person. Believe me and trust me. It's not good for the brother. The only thing that sucks at T Will contract basically is just dead money. It's from Mike. It is dead money. It was a friendly contract. It was a very good friendly contract because he could have squeezed the market a little bit and got what pretty much what Paul Richards, I want to say, that's his name. Went to the Washington Redskins. I think he got 40 million or something like that, or 35 million, or 28 million. Can you imagine if the Cowboys would have did some type of deal like that with T. Will? My God! Oh wow, that would have been crazy. Ty Jefferson, what's up, man? Salute to you. No Dak Ninja. Dak throws deep to Michael, and and he gallops into the end zone. That would be nice. That would be nice, man. They're gonna say that. I think Brad Sham is gonna say that a lot. You know, he's gonna put that out there to the forefront. He's always thinking of words, crafting words together. Yeah. Hey, goat, the goat. I don't know whether or not he's gonna be out of here or not. I don't know when he's gonna be gone. But the calling card is out there for him. I might as well. Let me see what I can do here. It's sad occasion. Sad occasion. It's crazy, man. I wasn't even expecting this from T. Will. Sometimes the craziest things happen. The craziest things happen out there, man. And especially this time of year, you know. The brother should have had somebody, and I mean somebody in there, to at least drive him around, bring him around, things like that. What's up, Gonzalez streaming? What's up to you too as well? I'm a hater. Hey man, streaming. Hey, you found your purpose. You found your place in life. So you know, salute to you, man. Just one more thing the media can bash on us, and this is from Floyd. Hey, I said that on the other stream that I did, and I don't think that is out there, but I said that the narrative. There's always a narrative within the Cowboys organization. There's always a narrative about a certain player or players inside, or pretty much the narrative been for years with Jason Garrett. That you know he's a puppet and things like that, and then all of a sudden we get this all or nothing comes out, and it validate a lot of things that we said about Jason Garrett, but we do look at him in a different aspect, right? But collectively, the narrative still is the same because you still don't have a coach that can step it up and say, okay, Jerry Jones, this is what I'm thinking about right now. I want to can this guy right now, you see. And if you look at when he was cursing out everybody, if you guys watched All or Nothing, I was thinking from the clip that I saw originally that he was cursing out everybody from the Atlanta Falcons game. But no, that wasn't the case. They edited it to make it appears that way, but he was cussing out the practice squad guys who didn't show up during the practice. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-whoop, you know. When he started cursing out Dak Prescott, or dare I say Dez Bryant, or the star players at the time, then I would say, okay, now we have a coach that can put fire and brimstone and just bring in the fire to these players. But the reality still remains the same, right? Now, if we look at Dez Bryant, the narrative about Dez Bryant was he was the antagonist, right? He was the evil guy that was in the locker room. And he had picked up the same thing that T.O. had, right? Because the narrative, what the media wanted to point out and picture is that T.O. and Dez Bryant is the same person, which was two different type of receivers, two different type of talk tracks, and just different guys in general. But the narrative that the media always portrayed was T.O. and Dez Bryant, same person. Now the narrative is going to be pretty much with Terrence Williams, which a lot of people probably won't even tune in or click on the potential clickbaits, because who is T. Will to us? You know, he's a guy that's an average at best who made some catches, was pretty much in that Detroit's game I can remember, and had sweet feet in 2014, who made the unbelievable catch against the Seattle Seahawks and kept 2 feet in bounds. And then, of course, he can put out the 2016, I guess, against the Ravens tape too as well, catching the ball against towards the power lines or what have you, power lines. But he's not a guy. He's not a big talk track that people can continue to put out there. Now, Stephen A. Smith can still say, see, I told you the Dallas Cowboys, the accident waiting to happen. But it's just what it is, man. Let me see who else we got. Richard Rodriguez, what's up, Law? When are you live streaming with Mark? I don't know. Mark got to hit me up. Nick Ryan, what's up, man? Salute to you. Saying the man, Jason Garrett on all the nothing rants was weak at best. Hey, salute to you, man. It was crazy listening to him. What do you think the starting receiver is going to be? This is some good stuff, Walker. This is the starting receiver is going to be, in my opinion. Allen Hurns, he somehow is going to be given the opportunity to start for the X position, right? We do know that the Cowboys like to give positions away, not earn them, right? They like to give them away. So we know Allen Hurns is going to be given the slot for the X receiver, which is cool. I think somewhere down the line, Noah Brown is going to push for the X position because Noah Brown has been really working on his craft. He's the guy that's going to really step it up this year. And I'm not just talking about, things that I'm pulling out of my, what. He been working with the route guru and had some good positive results. Check out Sanjay Lal. He's going to really speak about Noah Brown down the line. The flanker is going to be Mike Gallup. He's going to be playing the Z. He's going to be playing Terrence Williams' position. And there's just about a line. He's going to be playing that position. The slot guy is going to be Cole Beasley. I think that he's still going to win out. He's going to beat out all those guys. But the thing is, too, as well, with Cole Beasley winning out and being the slot guy now, he got to stay healthy. Because if not, then they'll put in, as said, Cedric Wilson. They also have the ability to put in a Deontay Thompson, a Katie Canning. So we got pretty much a slew of receivers that's really chomping at the bits to get to play inside. So with that being said, these are the starting receivers. Allen Hurns, Mike Gallup as the Z flanker receiver, and Cole Beasley. Those are your three receivers. Now, when we go four wide, you may kick in a Deontay Thompson, and you may squeeze in here and there a Tavon Austin. And this is what Tavon Austin does. He will play the quote-unquote the Lucky Whitehead's position, the Ryan Swift's position, and he also plays what the Lance Dunbar did when he was playing out there in the backfield. The other thing, too, as well, for you guys not to just really pump the brakes on this, is the fact that if you look at Scott Linehan, he had actually played with, not played, but coached up Reggie Bush when Reggie Bush went to the Lions, what have you. He's going to utilize his thought track. He's going to utilize Reggie Bush like he did with, not Reggie Bush. He's going to use Tavon Austin like he did with Reggie Bush, basically. So you're going to have Ezekiel Elliott out there in the backfield, and then you're going to rotate to Tavon Austin, especially when I guess Stephen Jones already said that Tavon Austin is going to have at least 12 to 24 snaps or touches a game. So that's just how it goes. T. Will is in jail. This is Hiri Salzar. Hey, brother got enough money to get bailed out. But one thing we do know for sure, if you go, the thing is now, those who out there have been drinking and driving with the T. Will, like the T. Will scenario, they rarely say do it on a Friday because guess what? The courts don't open back up until Monday. So a lot of times, even though you got a pocket full of cash and you got your bail money all together, you don't get your first phone call until pretty much late Sunday night. Now he's a different. He cut from a different cloth because he got a lot of money. So maybe they can figure out a way to get him out of jail. I hope the guys get out of jail soon, But don't drink and drive. That's the main thing of this. That's the storyline of the day. Hold on for something. My baby is crying. I told you guys that I got to do a lot of things. Got a lot of hats. So I'm going to go get my baby right quick. And you guys are going to have to listen to the music for a quick second. Right back. Shouldn't take long at all. all right. I'm back, man. All right. So with that being said, Walker, you want to know the starting tight ends? Um, I'm gonna go back to saying that everything is given to the Cowboys nation, not earned out there, and I think that they're gonna really pretty much lean towards Schwartz as the starting tight end. If not, then it will be Jeff Swain. Well, we will really see or Blake Jarwin, one of those two guys, because what they're gonna do is this offseason is compete for it, I guess. But still, it's going to be pretty much given. You know how the Dallas Cowboys organization is as it relates to people that they draft. They like to give them the first swing of things. So it is what it is. Roger Goodell in the NFL made Terrence wrap his car around the pole. Roger Goodell in the NFL made Terrence wrap his... Man, Scott, come on, man. Come on, man. The boy was drinking and driving. We understand what happened. Law. This is from Nick Ryan. Law, do I think Dak is going to be a lot better this year? Do I think that, or do you think that? I think that that's what you're saying that is going on, right? Schultz will start. This is from D-Man, old Pluto. I believe so. He will start. I think that it's just how it goes with the Cowboys, you know. What, you know, Terrence Williams is a dumb, you know, it's from produced by Germ. You know, the thing is, man, we'll see, man. Grown man session in progress. Hey, it's crazy, man. To at the height of training camp, going to start in a few weeks, and you're out there having a good time, and you're not able to stay focused. And you know for sure you got a broke foot, and you know for sure that they done hired all those guys. The last thing that you should or want to do is to get behind the wheel drunk. But people make mistakes, and that's a big mistake right there. Or better yet, let me just say this: it's not a mistake. I hate to say this. It's not a mistake at all. And I always say that people make mistakes. That's not the case. That's a bad decision. A mistake is you going to cook eggs or something and want to slip out of your hand and hit the floor. That made a mistake. But a bad decision will be the fact that I'm going to take 10 eggs and I'm going to throw them in the air and try to catch them while I'm trying to go run and cook these eggs. That's a bad decision. So he made a bad decision. Not going to give this guy a mistake aspect, right? The moment Bo is your third, is that moment when Bo is your third running back. The third best running back. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. This is from Jod. I mean, with Bo, you know, we understand that Ezekiel Elliott is going to touch the rock, right? And then you got Rod Smith. We understand what he's going to do, because I always wanted last year, I wanted Rod to get the ball even more, right? So we now finally got that. Now, if you sprinkle in a Bo, that would be nice in that aspect, because now he's going to bring in that extra enforcer, because you know that Rod like to finish his run. He's finesse in the sense too as well. But now you have Bo. So if you can sprinkle Bo in towards the late third and the late fourth round, fourth quarter, I meant to say, not third or fourth round. You sprinkle him in and you may have a lot of stuff. Dan the man, old Pluto. He said, "Are you disappointed in Rico Suave?" Well, Rico is a guy that must prove it. He better not be going out there drinking. He better not be driving behind the wheel influence. He better stop making all them rap CDs, and he better learn his playbook. Not saying that he can't rap, but chances are, if you want to be the best tight end in the National Football League, you gotta have to stop rapping and start getting out there and practicing and learning how to take these blows that Kevon Frazier and whoever Jeff Heath may be throwing to you. You got to figure that out first. And if you want to be the best, you got to go out there and practice like the best. That's just my philosophy. Calvin Williamson, your law with the expectations of a few tweaks. We primarily have to have the same coaching staff. This is troublesome. This is from Calvin Williamson. The troublesome aspect of it, we have different coaches now. We have different philosophy with the offensive line. Different type of coaching setup with that offensive line. I don't think that this offensive line coach is going to let that Chaz Green get blown up 3 or 4 times before they can make some type of adjustment. I think that the offensive line coach would go and tell Jason Garrett and say, hey, this guy is not blocking. We need chip on this side. We need help, extra protection on this side. And then another thing too as well, we have a different type of voice that's in the locker room as far as the wide receiver coach. We heard Dooley. Dooley was a guy that couldn't coach in, I think he tried to coach in Tennessee, something like that, and they ran him out. Dooley never been a guy that everybody respected in the aspect of coaching, right? And I don't have to say this even on a collegiate level. He was just trash to me. And when he got over to the Cowboys, I think that maybe he knows somebody that knows somebody that knew somebody that knows somebody, whatever, however that saying goes. He knew somebody to get the coaching job. Because if you listen to Dooley coach, he's sitting there saying like, okay, this guy don't know diddly doodly. He don't know nothing, you know. His name speaks volumes of that. And you guys watched all of nothing, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to go too much further, but Sanjay Lal, not saying that he's the guy that can walk on water, but it's a different type of voice in the locker room, right? So they're already doing different type of drills. They got these newer drills out here that the football have not even been thrown all pretty much the first 30 minutes of practice and things like that. So I think that this new coaching staff, as far as the positioning coaches out there, should echo and stream in different volumes of voices in the locker room. I think that Chris Richards, or Richards, however you say this man's name, Richard, I think that people like to say it's Richard instead of Richard. Tomato to me. But I'm thinking that with him out there, with his philosophy of coming from a program that won pretty much with talent that one can say that technically is equaling from what we saw in 2012 team to what we had last year. Not saying that we have a Cam Chancellor or Earl Thomas, but what I'm saying is he pretty much can know how to elevate a team, right, as far as from a defensive aspect. Hopefully his philosophy, his talk track, his mindset can spill over to the offense too as well. And they have everybody playing hungry and everybody flying out to the ball, and we have a better season. So I think that this year is going to be a totally different season than last year from the other angle of having a coaching staff that can get out there and talk to people differently, right? And hopefully Ezekiel Elliott, because I can tell you this, and I'll go to my grave saying this. I do know that we probably lost more games with Ezekiel Elliott playing last year than we did this year, you know, whatever it may have been. I would say this. If you have Ezekiel Elliott for 16 games, there's no way. If he had Ezekiel Elliott last year for 16 games, basically, without all of the on the field, off again drama, then Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys would not have went 9-7. I think that we would have been at least +2 games. That's 11-5. If Ezekiel had played every game last year. So hopefully we can get the same type of deal that we had in 2016. Ezekiel had playing all of the games. And the thing is, what makes Dak friendly is pretty much Ezekiel Elliott. That makes everything Dak friendly. Matter of fact, Ezekiel Elliott is Tom Brady friendly. Ezekiel Elliott is a Phillip Rivers friendly because he's a quarterback friendly guy. He knows how to block, protect. He knows how to catch the ball out of the backfield, and he can squeeze 2 yards and make it turn to 4 or 5. That is who Ezekiel Elliott is, and that is what Ezekiel Elliott is going to do for this team. It's a whole lot different when you're 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2 versus 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 8. There's a lot of things that you can pull out of the playbook to put the quarterback in a good proper sense of playing the ball. And then also too as well, Tavon Austin is light years ahead, and I'm going to say light years ahead of a Lucky Whitehead. He's light years ahead of what they had in mind of what they was going to do with Ryan Switz. Ryan Switz was pretty much a guy. He's when I did his breakdown, I said he's more quick than fast, right? So the reverse sweep didn't work out for him. I seen a lot of times he getting gobbled up behind. He didn't make the I guess the edge or what have you. Now you have a Tavon Austin who's fast and you can sprinkle and quick. Now if he can stay healthy, that opens up that part of the playbook. And did I mention that they're going to do more RPOs, run pass options? So with that being said, now that you have more RPOs out there, you're going to have a better passing game with Dak Prescott, meaning that safety cannot dedicate to be on a certain side of the field. He has to continue to look backfield and see whether or not Ezekiel Elliott's going to hold the ball or they're going to take a top off with Tavon Austin. You don't have to get so creative that you don't understand the playbook, but you have to have those guys to bring that threat out there into the outfield and also bring that threat to take 0 to 60 real quick. And that's what's going to happen. All right, so T. Will ran out with the T Will ran of a boot on, ran out with a boot on, I guess, That's Ty Jefferson, man. Appreciate you, man. I try to read your comment. Jacob Jennings, Law, are we satisfied with the 5 Super Bowls we have? Can we be the #1 sport franchise with the most Super Bowls? In order for us, Jacob Jennings, in order for us to do that, pretty much what he was saying, and I do need my glasses on, but what he was saying is that, let's see if I can just blow this down. It don't get no bigger though. Pretty much what Jacob is saying is that, are we satisfied with the 5 Super Bowl championships? No, I'm never satisfied. In order for us to be #1, we just can't win Super Bowl this year. We have to go out and win 2 Super Bowls in a row, because I do know that the Steelers have 6 rings and I don't want to be tied with them. I want to be beyond and above them, So we have to go out and win. Not just this year and next year. I'm not even worried about the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not worried about the Giants or the Redskins. I'm not worried about anybody in our division. I'm worried about these 2 teams right here, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Patriots. I don't want them to win another Super Bowl ever again. We have to figure out a way to bring our excellence back up to grace where we know where it belongs. The America's team, the #1 team, the best team in the nation, the best fan base ever God ever thought of for rooting for a team is right here in the chat box, and everybody else to put on the silver and blue. We have to figure out a way to win. We have to figure out a way to change the narrative of what the media like to do. We do know that First Take need ratings. We do understand that the Undisputed need ratings. We do know that Colin Cowherd, he's out there saying already the Cowboys will be the NFC East champs. But we need to figure out a way that we can change everybody's mindset, because I like what Colin said, but we need to change everybody's mindset to have to start talking positive. Now, are there other teams out there that's having issues with their 3rd and 4th depth receiving guy? Yeah, that would never be reported. Just like if anybody else having situations and problems with their team, it's just not going to be reported because they're not America's team. But we need to get better. Man, you guys are funny, man. It says KD Dollars. It was a KD Dollars. They said T. Will was riding an electric bike at 5 a.m. You're trying to play it out like, look, man, I'm riding my bike. I think the light pole bounced off of T. Will's chest. This is from Banter. Man, you guys are not going to let this go, man. Man, this is crazy. But it's funny, though, Banter. Oh, man, D1. Can't wait to see Gallup reaction to T. Will. Oh, my God. I think Gallup, man, he got a little moxie in him. He got a little Jalen Ramsey, too, in him, too, as well. So I can't wait to see that week. I think we play the Jaguars. I don't know what week, but I can't wait to see that, that little talk, how they talk. Brandon Marshall to Dallas is from Cowboys Show Highlights. I don't know, man. I don't know what Brandon Marshall, I don't know how long or how old he is, and if he can get separation. We saw what he did. He disappeared when Eli Manning was trying to throw him the ball. And I think that we got some young guys that we can just roll the ball from here. That's just my opinion. That's my thoughts too as well. Until we replace Garrett, we won't reach full potential. This is from Jamion. I think that's how you say your name, Kyle. No old guys. It's from Huggy. No more old guys, right? Earl Thomas is a rap too. Everybody's wrapped up, huh? Yes, indeed, man. Oh, man. T-Will, man. How in the world you let this happen to you, man? You know for sure T Will, man, you knew for sure. T Will, you knew for sure that you had a lot of competition to go for. And on top of that too as well, T Will, you knew for sure that you got some young, hungry guys. In fact, even if I can talk about the measurables, Mike Gallup, he's 6'1.5", 6'1", right? Stacked, real quick, short area quickness, fast in and out of his brace. Can catch the contested ball, right? Then we start talking about the Cedric Wilson, 6'2.5", 6'3". He's not a big physical guy, but he's tall, lanky, rangy, like, you know, got deceptive speed, you know, come in and out of his brace pretty well. Can put him on the Z, can put him inside, he can play the slide, what have you. He can find crafty way, can understand where to cut off on his routes, things like that, right? And then you have a Noah Brown, big physical guy. They put everybody in the mind of a T.O., a baby T.O. at this fast point, or a baby Dez Bryant. Not as fast as those two guys, but I think he's a little faster than Dez Bryant. But put him like in between those two guys, right? Of a T.O. and a Dez Bryant. I do know that a lot of people gonna say, "Oh man, 6th round draft pick." Don't worry about that. The guy is physical, strong, and I think that he's out there studying, improving every day, right? T. Will, what are you thinking, man? And then you add the little smaller guy like a Lance Lenore, who's crafty in the sense, catches the ball, run good routes. I mean, they loving him so far, right? And then I think that Lance Lenore have a little special team play in him too as well, as far as punt return, kickoff return. So he do bring in that type of spice to the team. So, and I even talking about Cole Beasley and Tavon Austin and whoever else, the KD Cannon. So T. Will at this point, man, is sad. It's very sad right now. Jalen Smith, yeah, he will step it up. You go to, I think the name of this show is Cowboys fan page on YouTube. They got a full clip of Jalen Smith running around smoothly. He don't look like he got the hiccup in the steps. He placing the ball on the teacup, running and placing the ball on another teacup. He's doing his thing. He's showing up and showing out, man. You guys go follow their page. It's Cowboys fan page, I think. They have all of the insides, the good looks of every player before it's been released out to the media. Hey, Law, what do you think of Lawrence? Will he repeat the dominance from last year? This is from James. Let me know if I'm saying your name right. Jam Eon, Kyle. I'm just gonna start calling you JC because that's Jamion. I understand Damian, but Jamion. I think that's how you say your name. Let me know if I said it correctly. I think that D Law, shout out to the Laws, right? I think that he will step it up. I think that it's all set up for him to step it up from this angle. If you think about this right here, D-Law know for sure, even if he gets 7 sacks this year or 8 sacks, they're gonna have to open up the wallet because at the end of the day, he's getting $18 million this year just to play 1 year. Somebody's gonna have to pay this guy. So it's best to hope that, you know, he plays lights out. But if he plays like extremely lights out and get like 20 sacks or something like that, it's gonna have to. I don't want to pay the man everything, but you're gonna have to figure out a way to pay him. You know, Jay me on, just how you say your name, Jay. Okay, Jay me me on. Okay, I got you, Jay. But see, now you gave me a nickname. I got your nickname for you now, Jay. It's Jay now. Yeah, Jay me on. You know. I like that. D-Man, what's up? I know nothing is hitting the pass, but I'm liking the way we change directions and agility. You talking about the receiving core. Change directions and agility is everything. Bring back number 94. This is from Todd Jefferson. Hey, man, I'm telling you, this guy got a bend like no other. And when he come across that edge, my goodness, if he can continue to play, I'm talking about 16 games or what have you, and stay off the weed. If you can just say to yourself, damn, why in the hell we drafted Taco? Because I don't see if you can get Taco out there on the field. I don't think Taco Charlton have the the power and the strength to play inside. You know, I think Taco is more of an outside guy with no bend, as much don't have the bend of a Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory got strength and bend. He can get out to the quarterback. I'm talking about it. His shoulder can touch the grass almost and still keep his balance and get around to the quarterback. But Taco, he's a power rush guy. And maybe the Cowboys have in mind of not paying D-Law. And maybe, and I'm talking about just maybe, they're going to go with the mindset of saying, okay, we move Taco to that side and let the D-Law walk. I hate to say that, but maybe that's their philosophy. But we don't know. I don't know if let's say, for instance, this too as well. Let's say, for instance, David Irving get out there and have 15 sacks. How in the world are we going to keep both of them guys? You know, we're going to be too defensive front heavy. But I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I want that to happen, but I'm not saying that it will happen. But who in the world is going to pay two premier defensive ends, two premier defensive guys like that that's on their front four? You just wouldn't find the money to do that. Hopefully they can find a way, but you know, you have the contract talks of, let me see who else we got. T. Will got arrested. This is my phone going off now. Look at shout out to the Nation phone. They're getting all type of hits up, man. David Irving need money too as well. Yeah, Jacob, you're right. Huey, what's that? He was drafted because it's funny to say his name. Oh man, number 94 needs a little weight addition. I don't know, man. We will have to see how they play. You know, 94 out there. Great Randy Gregory. He's still strong. He's skinny man, length, strong, powerful, violent hands. He got the whole total package. It's just that he can't stay off the weed. If Gregory is there in training camp, he will get 10 sacks, Law Nations. And this is from Mark. I mean, you're right, man. The guy got the bend. Now against the run, I don't know. But the guy got the bend. If you put him in the second and third downs, he will get to the quarterback. Trust me. He have speed. He have strength. He can get out to the edge. Violent hands. Dip his shoulder. He will work the mess out of a offensive tackle. If you don't believe me, I think I might have to pull up those clips, man, when he was his freshman, rookie year or what have you. And he was working Tyron Smith a little bit. I'm going to have to find those clips for you guys, man. Torres, man. Shout out to Torres Carson in the house, man. Salute to you, brother. Produced by Germ. Hey, Cowboys are the most slept on team this year. Yeah, keep sleeping. Keep your eyes shut. But at the end of the day, we're going to step it up, man. We're going to step it up. And I like it when everybody counting us off. I like when everybody counted us out. I like with the fact that everybody think that we're trash right now. We're going to hit them by surprise. I'm not even worried about the T-Will. I know a lot of people been talking about T-Willers out here. Blase, blase, blase. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, it's like a blessing in disguise. Now you have more of a focused mindset with the rookies out there. I like our CBs. I think Chris Richards or Richard will be the defensive coordinator. Maybe he head coach next year. I mean, let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about this right here. In order for Chris to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, we would have to have a 6-10 year or a 5-11 year, or we have to have a 4-12 type of year. And we really have to have everybody pumping the brakes and saying that, hey, Jerry Jones, I'm not buying another artifact. I'm not buying another Cowboys gear until you get rid of your son, Jason Garrett. And I'm telling you, this is like we gonna win in spite of whatever we thinking because of the simple strength. You got an even year for Jason Garrett. You got pretty much a softer schedule than you had last year. I do know that on paper it looks like we was going against the gauntlet. Pretty much the schedule is a whole lot easier, and then we don't have all of the off the field distraction. You can say T. Will is a distraction, but hell, come on, let's be honest with ourselves about this. T. Will is T. Will. So when I'm looking at is that you have Ezekiel Elliott. He will run and pound the ball. We have an offensive front line. It looks like everybody's is saying to themselves, we're going to try to stay healthy. Tyron Smith is running around, saying that his back is healthier now. I'm telling you, this is like one of those years that you're going to have a 10+ win year. So in order for Jason Garrett to get gone, it'll be a miracle. Because I don't think that we're going to go 5-11. I don't think that we're going to go 4-12. And even if we go pretty much 10-6, 11-5, 9-7, and still make the playoff when we lose the first round, I think that still that somehow, some way, Jerry Jones is not going to fire this guy. It's going to be some type of embedded excuse of reason why we lost that game, or the reason why we didn't make it all the way through. Shout out to Vosh Lombardi, my brother from another mother. The people's champ, that's what I call him. He's in the chat box too as well, holding it down with the ones and twos, man. Shout out to you, Vosh, the man, the plant. Juice 21. The juice is good now, right? 21, the juice is good. Tony, until we change our offensive philosophy, Garrett is here to stay. Yeah. And another thing too as well, we have to take a look at too as well. Outside of Chris, I do know that everybody, we think that we like to hire within, but outside of Chris Richards, who will be the coach that will be in waiting? You know, who will be the guy that the Dallas Cowboys really would lean on? You know, so many things to think about. So hashtag ass whoop, Heary, yeah, shout out to you, man, for that. Glad it wasn't Zeke, it is Vavach. Oh my God, boy. I'm glad Zeke wasn't in that car. Oh man. I'm glad it was Ezekiel Elliott wasn't drinking either. And Ezekiel Elliott loved to drink. But one thing I know about Ezekiel Elliott, you watch that All or Nothing, he utilized the hell out of that Uber or Lyft or whatever those programs are. Yes indeed, man. Juice 21. Richard for the head coach. Let's make it happen. I can dream is from a banter. Hey. Alright guys, that is all the time I have for today, man. I might jump on and kick it back up a little later on today. But we really gotta do a lot of things. I gotta go shopping, gotta make the wife happy. You guys know how it is. You know, you always gotta make the wife happy. So Kelvin Meltdown, I'm just here to troll. Hey, troll. You found your purpose, man. Do your thing. Let me just try to do a quick rundown of everybody that's in the chat box before I run the world out of here. Judah Redemption, shout out to you too as well. Mike Marto, shout out to you. B Rob, hey man, I try to do the good video, man. Hey Pedro, oh yeah, Voch, man, if you're still listening, man, we really need to go ahead and do this Pulp Fiction. Let me know if you're still in the mix, man, because Big Game James, I'm ready. I can reach out to Okoye. We can do this Pulp Fiction talk stuff. I can jump on your channel. We can talk it and mix it up and get everything going about the Pulp Fiction. You guys know that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Tony, that guy, when he does his movies, it's just always one of those movies that you sit at the edge of your seat. But peace out, man. Ty Jefferson, D the man, O Pluto, Nathan Martin, Torres, salute, man, to the bros. Tony, he said, salute, bruh, headed back to work, man. Head up, man. Make that money, make that paper, man. All right, so that's all the time I have for today. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you guys are listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's pump this thing up, though. Let's get it live like 95. D1, man, nah, man, you the GOAT. You guys the GOAT out here. I'm just trying to fill in y'all position. should make you want to get out of your seat. Don't drink though, but you get out of your seat, man. Grind to this thing, man. Vosh Lombardi, man, hit me up, man. Let's get this Pulp Fiction thing going, man. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man, right? I've been saying that stuff for years.